Book 1, The Ire of Aman. Chapter 1, The Sack of Talam. For as long as anyone can remember, the world has been choked by shadow and ash. Brigands and broken men prowl the roads, warlords and petty kings fight over ash-drowned wastelands, and horrors of myth, once relegated to the dark, forgotten depths of the world, now have free reign over the surface. The Elves have fled. The Dwarves reave the coasts and paint the rivers red, and even the best of people know the taste of their own dead. The little joy is left to be found that lies at the bottom of a wineskin or hidden away in a forgotten coinpurse. We zoom in through miles of ash cloud and darkness to the upturned faces of a couple dozen blades for hire, the last members of the once prestigious coin-bound company. All around them lay the dead and dying of Talam, what was once a sleepy town flying the colors of the Aman Chirale, a golden dragon building a tower of black stone upon a green field. In times long past, the coin-bound company was famous for erasing city-states, conquering islands, and breaking the legendary fourth siege of Aman. Today, they kidnap a priestess. The order came in a fortnight ago. For compassing and imagining the deaths of the Ciquier, the renegade by the name of Sister Bisha must be brought to Aman, her temple dismantled brick by brick, and the village and people of Talam must burn. Now we zoom into that very temple, where 4 mercenaries prepare to break in. Until the sun breaks through the sky's black veil for the first time in living memory. Let us start with Mustard, the curious fellow currently at the massive double doors of this temple. Would you like to introduce yourself as a player and just a tidbit about your character?
My name is Justin. I'll be playing Mustard. He's a Harangon, little tiny guy with a penchant for causing chaos and ruckus. He's got like an exceptionally long right buck tooth kind of thing going on. A little bit of a sly, coy, evil smile. He usually likes to wear one of those like little straw hats in the back. But now he's kind of disguised himself, or at least the upper half of himself, considering he's so tiny, to look like a villager who's escaping all of the chaos as he's approaching the doors of this monastery.
It's a temple. It's a
temple.
Limestone brick type temple. It's got a upper terrace that is about halfway up the building. The building's maybe 50 feet tall total. The double doors at the front are 10 feet wide and maybe 30 feet high. You see that there are no glass windows visible from here, but there are little apertures at the top of the building, letting in some natural light and some fresh air into the temple. And speaking of the little terrace halfway up the building, we have another one of our intrepid mercenaries who has just clambered up to the top of this terrace, so now 30 feet above Mustard, essentially. Wonky, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Absolutely. My name is JP LaChapelle. I'll be playing Wonky, a Cyclopean level 1 wizard.
Knowledge, my secret, I must keep it.
Who has been taken on by the coin-bound mercenary company, the last of the additions, so he's kind of getting hazed on this adventure of pillage and conquest of this temple. And luckily for Wonky, his species is known to keep tidy libraries and being kept sort of like as a pet to maintain the wealth of knowledge of other wizards. And one can only assume that it's through the plunder of one of these libraries that Wonky was taken into service by the mercenary company. And out to prove himself to his squad, Wonky clambers up on the side of the building and spots through one of the windows, lo and behold, on the mezzanine, a familiar place, his favorite place, a library. And so he's darting straight for it. Wonky is gray-skinned, has a giant eyeball in the middle of his face, has a lashing tongue which gives him a bit of a lisp.
Sweet. And yeah, indeed, the little library that you're looking into, it's got shelves lined with books and scrolls, tables strewn with texts and writing materials as well. The walls are covered in hangings and tapestries. Because you are high up and there's no closed, I mean, you've got open windows without glass between you and the interior. You actually hear a lot of movement and activity and life inside of this building. You even hear the little twitter of some birds, which is a rare delight in this world of ash and shadow. However, you don't see any life up on this floor with the library. Cutting back down to where Mustard is currently being chased by a couple of figures. If we can perhaps have Lance introduce himself, both the player and the character.
Yes, I am Alex. I will be playing Lance.
Get over here, wench, with my vodka.
He is a human. He is pretty tall. Taller than the average human. He is pretty lanky and skinny though. He's middle-aged. He has purple eyes. And he is wearing a set of scale mail, and he has a large halberd that looks more like a lance than a halberd on his back. And yeah, I guess that's, well, he's a warrior of some sort. Looks like a grizzled veteran. That's all I'll say about Lance.
Okay, awesome. And right by his side is Not Sure. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, I'm Isa. I'll be playing Not Sure. Not Sure is a satyr woman. She is fairly small and very, tiny. She bears the mark of malnutrition and a dire lack of sunlight.
You hear the bells? We'll burn.
She has ashen blonde hair, and, lower half of her body is a goat's, white goat, with, twisty horns and all of that. She's currently holding a great club, if I recall properly, and running after the rest of her companions.
Is the great club actually made, or is it just a hunk of wood that she's just got?
Oh no, I think she picked up a hunk of wood and was like, "This is good enough. This will hit things."
So speaking of being, you put it very well. I don't remember exactly how you said it, but starved for sunlight. What is Not Sure's reaction to feeling sunlight for, if not the first time ever, the first time in a very, very long time?
I think, Not Sure stops in her tracks as she was in pursuit, feels the slight warmth on her skin, and looks up at the sky with this confusion of this is not supposed to be here. This is not right, and quickly starts muttering to herself different prayers in a language most of her companions do not understand.
Very cool. How about right beside her, Lance? Not Sure stops in her tracks for a second. You see probably don't want to get ahead of myself, but you realize that there is some commotion. The camera zooms out, and all the peasants fighting the coin-bound company in the town of Talam. Everyone pauses for a moment and is looking up. What is Lance's reaction to feeling sunlight for the first time?
He looks at it, he points at it, and he says, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" And that's his reaction.
Very nice. And how about Mustard?
As Mustard's sidling up to the door, he looks up for a second and he just goes, Well, isn't that fascinating? And then he realizes for a second where he is again and kind of goes back into what he was doing.
And how about Wonky?
So Wonky's been trapped inside for quite some time, even maybe before the great ashening, and so his giant eyeball is like sizzling at the sight of the sun, and he's like,
It's more awesome and terrible than I ever thought.
and he's clutching his bag of mysterious items very closely.
Okay, very nice. And so, you guys have been tasked specifically with finding a way into the temple, while the rest of the Coinbound Company, who are vastly outnumbered but far more experienced in warfare than these townsfolk are, while the rest of the Coinbound are taking care of any resistance in the town and burning down the town as you have all been ordered to, your little cell has been ordered to find a way into the temple. Would someone please remind the group and also tell the audience what your kind of plan is? So we know Wonky's up top. We know a couple of you are chasing down Mustard. What is the move?
Yeah, Mustard's trying to pretend that he's one of the villagers escaping and using that to sort of get into this locked up temple.
Yeah, what was the
So
plan?
you're-
Who were we? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
So, I remember we were chasing. Whose character again? What character were
Mustard.
we chasing to get
Mustard.
into the temple? Mustard.
chasing
So
me.
we were faking. Yeah, we're faking we're chasing you, and you're faking that you're a villager. So we got in, right?
So that we can get in.
Well, that's the point.
I'm in front of the doors now.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
not gotten
So
in yet.
and we're in now. We're in now.
No.
You're not in yet,
No,
but
no.
it's because you ask, it is time for the first official roll of the campaign. We did have a prologue session just to get the ball rolling, the dice rolling, but this is the first official roll. I will ask that everyone makes a check. I propose that it can be a relevant skill check, for example, deception or performance for Mustard, but you could also replace it with a luck check. We are using luck as a 7th ability score in this campaign. It is an ability score. It is also a resource. We will get to that when it is relevant. But
Y'all could use intimidation too, those who are chasing me. Something to think of.
yeah, whatever it could be, whatever you guys want that you feel is relevant to, in the vein of like a skill challenge, but just a single roll skill challenge.
Can I use perception to really try to get if if there's any threats in here, any like soldiers or
Okay. Yeah, sure.
anything like that?
Sure.
All right.
Can
I
I
rolled-
use religion since we're in a temple?
That was the end of
I-
that. That justification.
You rolled. Got it.
The perception check.
Can I roll religion because I believe in God?
Okay. 18
I got a
perception
15
for
on my
Lance.
deception.
Which god?
A 15, you said deception.
15 deception.
Okay. Wonky, you wanted to do a religion. Did you finish your sentence? Was it to? Yeah, go ahead. What were you trying to get out of your religion check specifically?
Well, we're in a temple, and so I'm just trying to understand like the inner workings of the institution. Like maybe there's secret passages, maybe there's levers that I can use to help the door get down, or anything that I can use to help the plan, come to fruition.
Okay. Sure,
Structurally,
make a
I
re-
guess, because of the institution.
Okay, go for it. Make a religion check.
A whopping 10.
10 religion. And not sure?
I got a 15 on a luck check.
15 luck.
Ooh, interesting.
Our lucky satyr. Not
Are
bad
we-
overall. We've got
Are we rewarding luck?
Yeah. It's a question of who's at the door and who's gonna see if, they're
Yeah,
thinking
that's
fast
good.
or not. That's what it's all
Lucky
about.
satyr.
So yeah, we have 3 successes and a failure. Sorry, sadly, the 10 religion is a failure. You know that this is a temple to temperance. Temperance, which is a virtue, but it is also a deified virtue. You all serve the coin-bound company, or you are part of the coin-bound company, who is currently and has been for a few years under the payroll of the chirality of Aman, which is Orichallan in culture. The Orichalans worship virtues, deified virtues, including temperance. So this is a temple to temperance. You know that because there are these twin pillars in front that very clearly depict. One is of motifs of order, and it has, for example, Orichalans on dragon back, these like elven descended warriors, heavily armored warriors on dragon back, and on the other side you've got pure chaos. It's scenes of nature and the elements. On the other side you've got cities at the base of the pillar. So it is very definitely temple to temperance and balance. But beyond that, you are unable to use your religion, your knowledge of the institution to find an easy way in. Beyond climbing in the window that is in front of you currently. Meanwhile, Mustard is putting on quite the show, deceptively. Lance, you hear that there are... you hear because, thanks to Mustard and Not Sure's luck, the door opens, and Mustard is ushered in by a young, scraggly bearded fellow in robes, vestments that probably belong to the temple, in hues of like pastel yellow and pastel blue and like off-white, like eggshell kind of creamy colors. He's like, quick, get in. While that happens, Alex, or Lance I should say, you see inside. You don't see any guards like immediately visible. You see the guy that's ushering Mustard in is not particularly well armed, but is wearing like a leather cap and has a shield and a spear, but doesn't look like a proper soldier or anything like that. But there are many people inside, that's for sure. And with that, Mustard, you are inside. Are Lance and Not Sure trying to like be fast enough to get in the door as well, or are you letting them close the door? Because
I will try, and also I will try. Okay, so basically, there's this guy in a robe who's helping people in to try to hide them. Is that what's happening, kind of?
Well, he's helping Mustard in to try to hide Mustard at the very least. But yeah, there are many people inside, it sounds like.
Okay.
So, wait, is your plan to try and rush in right away? Because then I'll try and do something to help you.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna either use intimidation to intimidate the guy to get away from the door so he can't close it, or I was gonna just use athletics to do like a super big jump that's fast to like try to close the gap a little bit better.
Okay. I could I could pop off right now and just like use burning hands or something like that to like get them to push themselves away from the door for a second to give you time. Or I could just attack one too, but I think
Mustard, because you are considering what you are doing, I will give you a little bit more of a description. As you actually are ushered in and step in past this fellow, you are hit with the smell of incense and wet greenery. And you look around and quite astonishingly, the walls are covered in hanging plants. And there are little staircases that are also adorned with plants. Something that's very rare and precious in this time. Possibly thanks to the blessings of temperance. Yeah, what were you going to ask or say?
Can I make like a real quick perception check and see if the priestess that we're looking for is in eyesight?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That's a nat one.
You think you see her, but it's
Let's
not.
go.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
sure it's her.
I'll tell you what you see.
Sure it's her.
You in addition to the smell of incense and plants, you are hit just as quickly with the smell of blood, fear, and shit. And you see that the hall is full of the town's very old, very young, and heavily injured or otherwise infirm. You see that many survivors of the various plagues that have been racking the region for the past few years. You see you're surrounded by pallid faces, that, half of which kind of look up to see, is it a family member or a loved one that has just been ushered in last second? They're wearing, very drab clothing. A lot of it is hanging loose, and they're just kind of wearing whatever they can, or has been torn up or even burned, thanks to the coin-bound company. But the hall itself is painted in these pastel tones that are covering the walls. The main hall is quite massive. It's got a domed glass ceiling above you, and inset into the floor is like a little seating area that has benches, wooden benches, cushions, throw rugs, and so on, which is just crowded with all these people. So what you think with your Nat 1 is that, holy shit, she could be any one of these people who's pretending to be, if I was her, I wouldn't be wearing my vestments at all. I would be, dressed as a commoner, and she could be any one of these people. And perhaps the thought comes to you, we've been ordered to massacre this entire village, and there are a lot of easy targets here.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pivot tactics a little bit and try to keep up my ruse of deception, and I'm gonna say to the person who ushered me in and be like, I've been sent to guard the priestess. I need to know where she is. Can you help me?
So, yeah, we can let it roll as it were. Let your 15 deception.
Yeah.
Over.
Okay.
Just to quickly add, also, in addition to the glass dome ceiling, you see a number of like Juliet balconies, like little half balconies that you can just kind of lean out on, up at the upper level, i.e., roughly at the height that Wonky is at currently. You see a number of doors as well. To your right and left are these large doors, which are being entered. People are entering and exiting like quite openly. And then at the very end of the hall is a small staircase that goes up, and then another set of these massive doors, very similar to the ones that you just walked into. So you see 3 sets of doors.
Okay.
This fellow looks at you kind of strangely. You've been sent to guard the priest. Who sent you?
There's no time. Where is she? I need to guard her.
She went down to the Undercroft.
Excellent. Keep these people safe. And yeah.
I'm afraid you can't go alone.
You're pressing on my time here.
I'll go get Annaba. It's okay. I'll go get Annaba.
All right.
You can wait
the
at
door too.
You can wait at the doors, and he points at the massive doors at the very end of this large.
Oh, okay.
Do I hear this
All right.
conversation?
I think with an 18 perception, you hear that conversation right as the door is about to close. If you and or not sure want to make like a final check to try to slip in or hold the door open, you can. It's going to be quite difficult.
Can I
Can
help
I
him in
roll?
some way?
Can I roll insight to know if the guy was lying about where the princess was?
Priestess.
I'm going to say, just because you like don't have eyes on him and you're rushing forward, I'm going to say no, not for now.
Okay.
Wonky, what were you going to propose? You can definitely try to help if you have something like relevant that you think.
I'd like to try to help by beckoning air through the elementalism cantrip, which allows me to create a breeze strong enough to keep a door open as long as it's not being held closed. In this case, it doesn't sound like he's holding it closed. So a quick rush of air wouldn't be noticed because it's breezy in here, a lot of people moving around, and so the door just happens to stay open. That's what I'm going to try to do, and I don't think I'm going to get noticed for that. It's just a puff of air, and I'm on a balcony.
And you're exactly 30 feet away. You're perfectly within range. 100%. I'm going to say whatever, not sure, and Lance want to do have advantage. So, Excellent idea.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Good stuff.
Nice.
I think I'm just gonna make a run for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be, I mean, whatever skill you think is relevant. I think you could replace, for example, strength or dexterity with constitution, also just because you're going for full-on sprint, and you know, feel free to mix and match your abilities and your skills.
I mean, it's gonna be something dex-based. Yeah, I think it's gonna be acrobatics. Do you think
Okay.
I could use my jumping ability? So as a satyr, I have mirthful. Is that the mirthful leaps?
Mirthful leap.
Whenever you make a long jump or a high jump, you can roll d8 and add the number rolled to the number of feet you cover, even when making standing jump. This extra distance costs movement as normal.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't, like the last line says, it doesn't increase your movement at all, but sure, it certainly makes sense.
How far away I am. Currently, I have like, because to me it's more about speed, but I have 35 feet of movement. So how far away am I?
I mean, narratively, you are just barely within range. So
Alright,
you can.
got it.
you can certainly try. I'll say with mirthful leaps in consideration, the DC will be a little bit lower for you. So that
Okay.
seems to make sense.
An advantage?
You have advantage from Wonky, yeah. Although I will say,
enough
to be
deal.
fair, he is trying to shut the door because he knows that Mustard is running from people, and he might have spotted the guys. Not Shore and Lance behind.
Okay.
But Mustard did ask follow-up questions and is kind of distracting him. So I think it cancels
Yeah.
out. It's fine. So not Short.
To be fair, if I end up, hitting closed door, I'm just gonna start hitting the door. So
Okay.
it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Okay.
Thank you for that advantage. That's gonna be a 19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about Lance? What are you gonna do before I?
Okay, so there's only the one guy who looks like he has like a sword and he has like a leather kind of armor. That's the only like guy who's a
Yeah.
threat in here, right? Okay.
Well, from what you can see, he's the only person you see so far.
Okay. So I will use my athletics as a strong guy to run fast, do like a big jump.
Okay.
Like
Would you
trying
say
to
you're
get in front of the door?
Would you say you're a strength-based guy?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Sure. Give me an athletics check. You have advantage
Athletics
thanks to
check.
Wonky.
Oh, I rolled a 20 anyway.
Oh.
So
yeah.
25.
Holy shit. In my head, the DC was 20. Now Lance got a natural 20 for 25. I think Lance sprints right past Not Sure, despite Not Sure technically having quicker running speed. But right behind Not Sure gives it a bunny hop. Mid-air, the door shuts, and you are like bracing for impact, and then suddenly it opens again as Lance pulls it open. You are all now inside of the temple. This guard, this priest, whatever he is now in a panic because there are now 2 raiders inside the temple with you guys. The doors are closed. The townsfolk start screaming. Wonky, up top in the library, you now hear everyone screaming in the main hall of the temple. What are you up to?
I can't resist pilfering through the library, maybe for a useful scroll that I can use. I'm trying to take a quick glance to see if I can get my hands on something significant that could give us like a tide turning advantage here.
Okay. So to add to the little description I gave earlier, there are these tables, there are these shelves, there are these hangings. But now that you are properly inside, you also see one of these little Juliet balconies to your left that gives you access to at least look down upon the hall. There is no like very obviously like restricted section from where you are currently entering. So you can make some kind of check, but it's going to be very difficult to find something like particularly useful. It could be a luck check actually for that matter.
I was thinking if you'd be open to it, either Arcana or History.
Sure.
From experience, I know that the best shit is at the top, or the hardest to access. I have a climb
Okay.
speed specifically to get to the top of shelves in libraries. And
Nice.
so I will use that very niche ability in a ruined world where a library exists to climb to the top and see if I can find something where I know that they usually hide them. It could be just like a scroll or something, like a special wand or whatever. I'm just going to go for it.
Okay. You
'cause
also
I can't
know that
resist.
you also know that most libraries do have like a kind of obviously restricted section. A lot of the times there's even like private viewing rooms where visitors aren't even allowed to touch the books, and there's like a special librarian. This is a job that you might have had of like you with special gloves or using magic, you turn the pages for people. So that's like that would be even juicier, but you can certainly at least climb up and give a quick
Well,
look now.
can I look for that room instead? Or that space if I can't see
Sure.
it?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll look for that.
Okay, sure. Give me a check of your choice. Something that makes sense
Okay.
to you.
Unfortunately, that's a 13
A 13.
Arcana, I guess.
So this library is not particularly wide, but it's quite long. It looks like it's about the length of the entire temple. So maybe 100 feet, maybe a little bit more. So you're starting to sprint towards the end because you see that you can go around the corner, and it looks like the library kind of continues. You pass such texts as you can't help yourself but to just give a glance, and maybe you even trip once or twice or bump into a table because you just can't help but checking the titles. You see things like the Still Waters Codex, the Measured Soul, a treatise on moderation, the Chain of Wants, breaking the links of excess, and other such titles.
Relishing.
Yeah, and in doing so, you would have passed one of these Juliet balconies and seen much a similar sight as what Mustard had seen, but now with the addition of Not Shore and Lance entering as you're running past the Juliet balcony. No one is up here. No one seems to know that you're here for the time being, although you did just bump a table. What is everyone up to? There's no initiative per se now, but shit's about to kick off because there are now clearly raiders in this temple.
So,
Yeah.
can I use the commotion of them entering to try and sort of stealth back into the doors that he told me the priestess was supposedly there?
Yeah, sure. There are a lot of people here to like allow you to sneak through and past. So yeah, absolutely.
So, stealth check? Or
Yes.
Are we good? And okay, cool.
Please.
Give me something good.
Wait,
Okay.
am I within like grabbing range of you?
For the time being, yeah.
Okay. Before you roll your stealth check, I will give you the Blessing of the Trickster, which allows you to do that check with advantage, and all of your dexterity check for an hour.
Wow. Very nice.
Amazing.
Wow,
Very nice.
for an hour.
Super useful. Because I rolled bad. Much better. Let me see here. Hold on.
Very nice. Clutch.
Okay. It's not great, but it's 12.
Okay. 12's not bad.
Yeah. Lots of commotion.
It's all right. Oh. There is indeed a lot of commotion. You said you got 12?
Yeah.
The figure that greeted you like turns and goes, wait, help me, and like kind of clearly sees you start to move your way through the crowd. You're not sure if he'll see you the whole way, but he turns and draws his spear and is about to, is prepared to attack Lance and Not Short. We will see if you successfully kind of snuck your way through.
Okay, yeah.
Lance and Not Short, what are you two up to?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
So I wouldn't really know where the priestess is? Because I didn't really
No.
hear that conversation, or did I?
You know what? No, you had an 18 perception. I'll say you're the one person who heard, if you can remember what I said earlier.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So I'm gonna like get eyes on Mustard,
Yep.
and I'm gonna like nonchalantly basically follow him, but not make it seem like I'm following him. Just go in his direction, and maybe I yell at the villagers and stuff. Say like,
If you don't give me problem, none of you get killed.
Give me an intimidation check, because this fellow who's quote-unquote guarding the door is holding a spear and a shield currently, and looks like he's ready to fight you, but you also are scary as fuck. So
I got 22.
okay. People scream and start to run to the two doors that are like on the right and the left, and are like leaving the main hall in a fucking flurry. There are a couple people being trampled underfoot as they do so. Some people that are like limping and trying to drag themselves up, because again, there is this inset floor where they're hanging out, so they have to climb up like 4 steps, and some of them are like tripping on that, and it's just a clusterfuck. The quote-unquote guard is just like frozen, shaking, and Lance is just crossing, calm as can be, straight towards the back of the hall, in Mustard's footsteps. What about not sure? What are you up to?
Am I within 5 feet of this guard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Within 5 inches if you want to be.
I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance, which is a cantrip, and burning radiance will erupt from me, and each creature of my choice that I can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Creature.
Uh,
That might hit everybody. That's okay.
That's a cantrip?
Yes.
That's sick.
And it's anybody that each creature of my choice that I can see. So, and it's within 5 feet. Like, it's not too big of a.
Okay.
Oh, right.
But
So do you wanna hit Lance with it real quick also?
tempting, but I will not.
Wowzers. Go ahead and roll your d6. Because I rolled a natural 3 on my first roll.
Oof.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't introduce myself. I am Luca. I am the dungeon master. Hello. There you go.
Yeah,
Little
you
late.
do need to
That's not
introduce
important.
yourself.
That's not important. Now that I'm rolling dice,
Yeah.
I feel the need to.
No, you. Oh well. He doesn't take much damage. He takes a damage, but
1 point of damage. Okay. Possibly
Radiant damage.
radiant damage, but
Well,
possibly, emboldened by being in the presence of, his deity, as he understands it, perhaps. Not too affected, but still, it is not nothing. Okay.
It's radiant damage, so technically you gave him cancer. It's just long.
it will take a while to take effect.
Yeah, that's it.
He starts yelling. He's like, Jezebel, Dido, I need you. Annabelle, where are you? I think now we can properly roll for initiative.
I want to shut him up. Can I say? Oh well, no. Actually, you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
Can I hear that the fight is popping off? How close or how far have I now gotten?
I mean, I think you've gone like, roughly halfway down the hall. So you're basically at. If you were to look into the next Juliet balcony, you would be right in the middle of the temple, effectively.
Okay, gotcha.
So call it 50 feet from anyone. From anyone at the door, or like 30 to 40 feet from anyone who's like near the middle of the main hall. But yeah, go ahead and give me some initiatives, please.
Initiative.
Lance got 14.
I'm rolling terribly today.
14 for Lance, 17 for Wonky.
Not sure. Got a solid 4.
Nice. Hey, I mean, yeah, clerics at the
got a
end is
9.
not terrible.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Kind of ideal. Monster.
Master.
Just for the, you hear one of another voice call, Milesh, I'm coming. Just so that now everyone knows the names of these particular NPCs. And last but not least, not sure with 4. So, bringing up the lead, we have Wonky. So Wonky, you're about halfway through this corridor of the library. You have the Juliet balcony just to your left, call it 5-10 feet away from you. Would you like to look there, or keep running, or do something else entirely?
Since I want to create the maximum amount of chaos and tramplage, since it seems to me like we're about to initiate carnage, more or less, I'm going to boldly whip across the floor, since I'm perfectly in the middle, a bag of 1,000. Sorry, the word I'm looking for is
Ball bearings?
Ball bearings.
Okay. Classic.
Incredible.
Excellent. You toss your ball bearings, possibly midair. It starts to open, and it's just in slow motion, just spreading across the, a little bit across the main hall. People are tripping more than usual.
One
Mechanically,
just who carries ball bearings?
one person just gets nailed by one and is just very, mildly inconvenienced. But so mechanically, ball bearings do cover a 10-foot square, so it's not a massive effect, but it certainly has its ripples also of one person trips and then 3 people trip and then someone's picking them up. So you've definitely caused some extra chaos in the very center of the main hall. Lance, you're striding right up to these people that are now scrambling all over themselves. And
I continue to run back with my movement further
and you continue to run
into the temple.
Perfect. You're about to round the corner. You pass another one of these little balconies, and also several windows to your right. So the balconies are to your left. The windows onto the terrace are to your right.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, glassless windows. We are now with Milesh and Jezebel. Milesh is going to, despite his fear, but now that he's taken a little bit of damage, snapping out of it slightly, he's going to try to stab Not Sure with his little spear. That is a natural 4, so I'm rolling amazingly for my first couple of rolls here. Milesh attempts to stab you very ineffectively, and meanwhile, Jezebel, someone appears from a Juliet balcony up above you and kind of in front of you, Not Sure, basically on the right side of the temple, and she has a kitchen knife in her hand, and she's just going to try to throw it at you with disadvantage because she's a little bit of a ways away, and yeah, she misses. And she's like, I'm coming, and then she disappears and is presumably running down to come join the fray. That brings us to Lance.
Sorry, eating. Do we know where the Undercroft is?
I mean, he pointed me towards this door, but
He pointed.
I didn't roll
Okay.
an insight check.
How close are you to the door now?
I'm right by it, I think. I was trying to stealth through it, but we haven't resolved that yet, really.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going the way he is, but not making it obvious that we're together.
Okay.
How far are we from the door?
About 80 feet.
I'm also stealthed up, so they might not even notice that I'm there. I'm kind of stealthed up.
Oh, thank you. You're about 80 feet away. You are trying to move stealthily, but everyone is moving in a different direction than you are, Mustard. So you are now very quickly losing that whatever stealth you had because everyone's going to the 2 doors that are near the entrance, but to the right and the left, and you're going to the basically opposite side of the hall.
Where's Mustard, though?
Where is he, you said?
Yeah. I'm going to
He's
follow
like-
Mustard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Can I say though that like when Milesh looked at me and was like help me or whatever, that I was like I got orders and I go towards where I told him I was supposed to be able like going.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
And also, can I say that the chaos caused by the ball bearings might also like distract people from where this one guy is going?
For sure, especially for the time being, but once, like,
Yeah.
basically this round it's still passable, but like next round
Yeah.
he's gonna be the only one in the hall, and he's gonna be
Gotcha.
moving toward. So like you said, like Justin just said, Milesh knows that you're moving to the back of the hall, like, but he's the only one,
Yeah.
presumably.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Other than maybe some people who overheard, which certainly a few people would know. Okay, and speaking of Mustard, what is Mustard doing?
It's my turn. Okay, so do I just want to go? Yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna keep moving towards the Undercroft, quote unquote, and see if I can get in there and first of all even know if that's the way I'm supposed to go. But yeah, I just want to like sort of dash in that direction.
Okay. You do, and you're approaching the doors, which I didn't give a very colorful description of. It is very similar to the entrance door, so it is this painted wood with a kind of metal grating set on top of the wood. The one outside was like slightly rusted. This one is pristine. The wood clearly has been repainted recently in yellows and blues, and it looks like it's actually painted in text. So you could sit here and like read this text if you had like an hour to kill.
Yeah.
And right as you're about to like reach for the door, it suddenly swings open. You see that the inside is covered in racks of like these thick sticks of incense that are burning, and suddenly the smell of incense that you had gotten when you entered, it explodes 1,000-fold. You don't get a good look inside just yet, as there is now someone face to face with you. Who is this? This is Annaba. Very small and unassuming, but she is like almost frothing at the mouth. Like she's ready to go. She has like a little censer, like a little portable incense burner in her hand, and she's itching for a fight. She sees you approach, and she like kind of reaches up and is ready to strike.
Can I be like, they're right there, go, you're running out of time?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me another deception check.
Sure, yeah, sure.
I was hesitating to let it roll, but this is a new character, and shit is really popping
that's
off.
fair.
So
I'm using a new dice. Hopefully this does better. Okay, not bad. Hold on. That's a 17.
17. She says, "Very well, but you can't go in here." And she like moves to rush past you and to shut the door behind her. But she's rushing towards the front of the temple.
Can I try and like put my dagger in like to kind of sort of block it from fully closing? Just like drop it in that area.
Yeah, sure. Easy. No problem.
Sick. Sick.
She also...
Free object interaction?
Yeah. That's fine.
Sleight of hand check.
No, I could. Yeah. If you want me to.
Yeah, you can. Sure, go for it. It'll be very easy. But yeah, good idea, Alex. Why not?
Sure. Yeah.
Roll some more dice.
Oh, that's great. Dirty 20. Dirty 21 actually.
You also have advantage thanks to Blessing of the Trickster, I think.
We'll see if I crit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is a dex. No, that was a 1 on the second roll.
Okay, well, Dirty 20 is very nice. Yeah, no one notices, not even Lance, who's like right behind you.
Sick.
However, what Lance does notice is Annaba lift up the censer, point at you, and say, You who comes to desecrate will know some whatever. She drops a sweet one-liner that I'm not capable of dropping. Don't worry about it too much.
You were literally like killing it just now, so you could.
I was
you're
halfway.
doing great
Yeah,
job.
just like go for it. Like, you're
Actually, I
halfway
kind of
there.
like that Annabelle does that. She goes, "You who have come to whatever. Let's just kill them."
Yeah. She
No time.
mid sentence. The spell is cast, and suddenly, like, her hand lights up with radiant light, and so does Lance, and her words are just drowned out by.
Has she run up close to
roasting
me?
flesh.
No, she's still like maybe 30 feet from you, or yeah. But
Okay.
I need a dex save from you, please.
Ooh, dex.
12.
12 is the DC, so you just beat it.
What is that
You take no damage. Very nice. You just keep strolling super nonchalantly straight towards her, and she like kind of stands still now, straight between you and Mustard, like she's going to try to one-man army keep you from entering this hall at the very end of the temple. We now cut to. It was Annabelle's turn, so she just acted. Dido does not make an appearance yet. It is not sure.
Which?
That's so confusing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna keep being confusing.
Great.
I mean, we got 16 from the last campaign, and now not sure. We're just gonna keep this track
amazing.
going. But
yeah.
is there how many like actively hostile people are within like, let's say 30 feet of me for no particular reason?
Just Milesh, who is right in front of you. Jezebel was briefly within 30 feet when she was on the little Juliet balcony right above you. She was actually exactly 30 feet from you, but she has since disappeared. She might reappear soon if you want to ready an action, but otherwise it is just Milesh.
Okay, and can I position myself in a way that within like the 30 feet radius of me is Annabelle that just is about to attack Lance,
Yeah.
as I'm guessing, and Milesh?
I will say you absolutely can, except it will trigger an attack of opportunity from Milesh.
Worth it. I'll do that.
Good answer.
Okay.
Hey, quick question. Sorry. Did we have the opportunity to have like any sort of a short rest before we came into this? Like before we got to start this?
No,
right?
You rushed straight in
Okay.
here from
Yeah.
the little massacre in the prologue session.
Okay. Yeah.
0.5.
Gotcha. Great.
You guys are on a
Great,
time
great.
crunch. Yeah. Milesh rolls a natural 13. Does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's like my AC's 14. I was like, so
Dang,
close.
shit. Yeah.
Damn.
You take 3 points of damage as he spears you while you're moving down to get into the little inset floor, like kind of conversation pit of the main hall, which would put you basically exactly within the 30-foot radius to place the three of them. I mean, Annabelle, Milesh, and potentially Jezebel if she does appear at the door that was right under that balcony. Do you want to hold your action to cast it waiting for Jezebel, or do you want to cast it right now?
It's a great question. I think I'm gonna cast it now just because I've seen the order in which people act. But I will cast Bane on the both of them.
Okay, sick.
Yeah.
Bane from
Does-
Batman appears.
Yeah, there we go.
Charisma?
But yeah, just as a reminder, up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target fails the charisma saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number to the roll from the attack or saving throw.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Very nice.
So, Can you remind me your spell save DC, please?
My DC is 13.
Annabeth just barely passed, but Malesh has failed and is baned by you.
All right.
What does it look like when Not Short casts Bane?
I think Not Sure casts Bane simply by screaming. Like, most of her spells have like a vocal component where it's a sentence that's either in like the most common language or in Sylvan. Either way, Bane is just screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a goat scream? It's like
Yes.
Amazing.
It's that meme of that song.
Yeah, it's the
Screaming
screaming goat.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, very cool. You can bane a third person because there are a load of NPCs. You want to bane someone? A little random.
Yeah, sure.
Random NPC.
Okay, there's this little old lady who's like barely managing to crawl up the stairs. She's actually like she lost her walker and she's
No,
just
she
like
never will.
and she's just prone trying to climb up. She's got this long braided hair and like relatively eccentric clothing, but she is like you can see that she's like playing dead, and she is now dead. Welcome to Mercs and Jerks.
Yes. Collateral damage.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, not even collateral. Literally, part of your orders is to burn the village and the people within it. So, for better or for worse.
We flash back to her. She's like, I finally retired today. I'm so happy to start living the rest of my life.
Yeah. It's my 99th birthday today. What's all that red fog?
Amazing.
Okay, so you have baned some folks. Wonky.
We back. I blessed with 16 passive investigation. I'm up here tossing ball bearings, creating chaos. However, I'm still thirsting for that sweet, sweet loot deep in the bowels of the library. So I am actively heading in the correct direction that I believe stashes the goodies. And that's where I'm going on this turn.
You turn the corner and you see a number of glass cases that certainly scream precious texts to you. So if you imagine that the temple is roughly rectangular and there's like a U or like an upside down U shape around the upper and the left and the right edges, that is what the library looks like upon this second floor. So you are now at the like short end of the U, like the upside down U, so at the top basically of the temple. And there are
like
these,
to, like access or dismantle the glass, or however I know to interact with it in order to disarm it.
Okay. Sure. You also pass a pair of staircases, just for the record.
Good to know.
Going down.
That's the next stop.
Okay, you get to the glass cases. You see within there's this one massive honker of a book. It's like 1.5 meters by 1 meter and like 20 or 30 centimeters thick, maybe even thicker. It's a fucking massive book. And then you see that's like one entire case. Then you see another case that's got this like anthology of several volumes of texts. Those are the two kind of primary cases.
Okay.
Which one do you want to kind of interact with first?
I'm gonna go for the massive honker.
Massive honker.
Everything you say is an innuendo.
I'm just playing off the DM, you know.
Amazing.
You have a passive 16 investigation check.
But I'm down to do like an actual roll for this.
I'm gonna say like you've just barely by using your action to kind of sprint. You've just barely gotten here. If you want to unless you have something else to use for your bonus action, you can do an investigation check with disadvantage as like a very, very quick double check. Do you have something else you want to do with your bonus action, or?
I guess. I don't know. I guess not. I guess not. I was just hoping to interact with or try to loot the book, or interact with the failsafe.
I mean, free object interaction. You can try to open it.
Okay. Is it not guarded though? Can I? Should I expect that it's guarded, or that there's a failsafe of sorts?
Certainly likely that it is guarded.
Right. So I don't know that I would interact with it.
Okay.
So I guess I'll wait.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, if you want, you can make a bonus action with like disadvantage to just do a very, very quick check, just in case.
Okay. Then I will. Can I do like a? Yeah, sure. Here we go.
Which
with disadvantage?
Yeah, just because it's your bonus action is just like
Yeah.
as you're kind of sliding in front of the case.
Yeah. So that's like a 9.
Okay. So yeah, hard to tell. You see that there is like a keyhole, and presumably you need some kind of key. But beyond that, you don't get too much
Thank you.
extra information. No problem. Milesh and Jezebel. Jezebel appears at the bottom door, and like takes a few more steps. Like, kind of, she looks around, sees Milesh, who is like staring down, not sure. So she starts to run after, not sure. She doesn't quite get to you. Milesh does, however, and Milesh is going to attempt to attack you, but he is baned, and he gets a natural 2, so there's no chance that he does anything. That is their turns. We are now with Lance, who's nonchalantly crossing the hall. Lance, if you are continuing to do so, you get to the massive doors that Mustard is currently at. Is that what you would like to do, or would you like to do something else?
I want to attack that girl who came out.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. She's standing between you and Mustard. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll run up to her with my halberd, and I will attack her.
Okay. Go for it.
So my first attack, 14 plus I think 5.
That
Does that
definitely
hit?
hits. She's wearing cloth robes.
That was stupid. Alright. Ooh, I did 8 damage.
8 damage. Wowzers. She has 9 HP, so she is
Okay.
about to fucking
I have
die.
my pole arm. I have my pole arm attack as well.
Nice. A little bonus action bash.
I hit.
You kill her. Would you like to
So
describe
I killed
what it
her,
looks
right?
like? Yeah, would you like to
Yeah,
describe
so
what it looks
like
as you cut her
I
down?
fucking swing it sideways. It like slices into her fucking face, and she's like, ah, like ready to die. And then as she's like, ah, I quickly with my left hand, like basically like cross check her in the face, essentially. And she just drops dead. Like it splits open the cut on her face that I just gave, and I fucking smash her, like cross check her in the fucking teeth, and her head splits more.
Excellent.
Point of inspiration.
Well, I love the colorful
Original.
in theme description of massacring this little priestess.
Very good.
Yeah. Excellent. You can take a couple steps past her if you want to keep going towards Mustard. You still have a little bit.
Yeah, I do
Okay.
that.
Perfect.
Quick and easy. That's what I say. I say, click and easy, dumb bitch. And that's my turn.
Nice. First on
Mustard can't
camera
help
kill.
but laugh a little.
And as you do, it is your turn, Mustard.
Yeah, okay, sick. So I'm gonna open the door and, well, I almost want to cause some chaos before I leave. But no, let me just open the door and go in there and see what I'm looking at.
What are
I
you
pick up
looking
my
at?
dagger and open the door.
For the record, there is bright light within this entire temple, although you have not seen any sources of this light. This room is no different. However, As you step inside, you hear that your little pitter-patter of your feet suddenly go silent, as you can no longer make noise nor hear anything within the main hall.
Okay.
This room is currently the final resting place for several people. Several is an understatement. For dozens, possibly hundreds of people. It looks like they have been butchered for whatever meat can possibly be salvaged. But the rest of their remains, whether disease-ridden, rotting, or simply bone, have just been piled up. Sometimes almost, halfway to the ceiling, which is quite substantial. Half hidden by the piles of corpses is some kind of structure at the very back of this hall. You can't quite see from here what it is. You do, however, see that there are these little opaque stained glass windows at the very top of the hall as well, giving some extra light. The only glass you've seen, with the exception of the domed glass ceiling.
Okay. Can I perception see if I see any priestess-looking people in here?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a perception check.
Perception. Okay, nice. That's 18 plus 3, so 21.
21. You do not see any living people. Once again, your mind kind of wanders, and you're like, man, if I was her, I would be hiding under these bodies. But what you do make out a little bit more clearly is that the structure at the very back seems to be a very unassuming, very very typical-looking well. It's got the little crossbeam, it's got the little pulley and the rope, and it looks like just a well at the very back of the hall.
I'm gonna go check out that well.
You get to the well, and
I can't make any noise, right?
There's no noise at this point.
Nice. Okay. I'm keeping my wits about me. I'm gonna look down the well. Can I see the bottom, or is it black?
It descends into darkness. Yeah, you don't see the well. It is. You start to perhaps wonder, maybe she went down there, but it is very small.
Yeah.
You could squeeze down there because you're very small as well. But for a kind of quote unquote normal, average sized person, it would be a very, very tight squeeze.
Okay. I want to throw. I'm gonna throw something down there, anyways. I'm gonna throw a coin, but I have a feeling even if she makes a sound, it'll be silenced. So I'm kind of fucked. But I'm gonna throw a coin down there.
You throw a coin and you hear a sploosh after a few seconds, or a second.
Okay. All right. Well, this is not as exciting as I was hoping. I'm gonna try and scurry down there and see if I. Is it there's a rope I can climb back up?
There is a rope, yeah. Once again, you can just barely squeeze down there. So it'll be using the squeezing rule. So you're moving at half speed. You have to take off your backpack and leave it behind.
Okay.
You're, but so you imagine that unless this priestess is also small, or unless she has magic, or is dislocating her limbs, very unlikely that she went down here, but possible.
Weirdly, my tail starts wagging at the thought that she might have dislocated some limbs to try and squeeze in there. And then I'm gonna be like, well, fuck that, and I'm gonna start just looking through bodies and causing a ruckus to try and find her. I would yell and be like, hey, I'm here to help, but there's no noise, right?
I mean, maybe instinctively you try, and nothing comes out. You start to move to look through some bodies, but that'll be the end of your turn.
Okay.
All
right.
Annaba is dead. Dido does not make an appearance once again, so not sure.
I think Annaba's the priestess.
I will cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay, fair.
And then I'm gonna go towards that door.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, with your full action.
Yep.
Okay, you enter and you are faced with the piles of corpses and the overwhelming scent of incense, which is possibly there to mask the scent of all these rotting corpses.
Can I see the source of... Because that... My thought here is incense needs fire to be lit up, right? Is there burning fire somewhere, or no?
That's a lovely question. Sure. That certainly makes sense.
Probably torches, right? I mean, lighting
Yeah, we
torches.
can say that there's maybe in the very center there's like a brazier that's burning.
Great. I'm not gonna touch it yet, but that's good to know.
I will say, just getting here has cost your action, but you do have. Oh, and you use your bonus action for healing. So you can move
Yes.
a little bit further in if you'd like, but then
I
that'll
will.
be your turn. Okay, you're now like roughly at the center of this little back hall. Wonky.
Gaze. Yeah. With my passive investigation, before taking my action, could I identify which of the two books would likely be accessible through like my arcana knowledge to see if I would rather not lockpick if possible, but if I have to, I would.
Okay. So sorry. You want to know which one is
Yeah, so
more
with
likely
my-
to be accessible without lockpicking? Is that what you're
correct, more likely to be accessible through like maybe a puzzle or some kind of like magic trigger that I could use.
They look like they are. They have the same kind of defenses. I mean, they're in similar
Then I will
cases.
lockpick
Yeah.
the big honking book.
Okay. Because you are here for a little bit longer, I will also tell you the little title on the big honking book. What languages do you speak, actually?
Very few, unfortunately. I speak the following languages. Let me change this up. Wow, okay. Give me a second here. Common and Sylvan. Sign language, Goblin, Undercommon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Yeah, so a
It's-
couple of languages.
Yeah, just the usual ones.
Few for a nerd like him. Few for his ambitions, perhaps.
Right.
I mean, it appears to be in the local variant of common, so Orichallan, but in a slightly older like spelling, some letters that are like outdated, and the book is called The Teachings of Rikesh. This massive honker.
Massive honk.
And so, how would you like to try to open this?
I would
case?
like to lockpick the keyhole that I perceived last turn.
Okay, you have lock like thieves' tools.
I have... No, I don't. I only have an actual lockpick, but not these tools.
You have a lock pick.
But not the tools or the proficiency.
Oh. But you have a lockpick in your
Well, that
inventory.
would be interesting.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it works.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and make just a dex check because you don't have the proficiency.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. 11 plus 2.
You get your lockpick, your one and only precious lockpick, because Thieves' Tools, it comes with a number of different sizes and styles of lockpicks. It also comes with like a little mirror, little pliers. It comes with all these little, like a file, a Dremel, all these little things. You have one lockpick, and you're like, okay, let me get in there. The moment that your lockpick crosses the threshold of the lock, you remember, oh fuck, I didn't check for traps. And I will need you to please make a dex save. As
Dex, eh?
as blinding
That's
light.
the death of the season.
Yeah, might as well be, to be honest. 11 plus 2, I guess.
11 plus 2. 13 is
that's
just
27.
13 is the DC. So you've passed, but you are enveloped in burning bright light, as non-destructive for the rest of the room, but just as hot flames envelop you, and I'm afraid this is not going to be fun for you. It'll be fun for some of us.
I
Possibly
definitely
the
asked
audience.
for it, though. Let's be honest. I definitely
You
asked
did ask for it. You are alone as well, and like pretty far from the party.
Yep.
You take 12 points of damage. Oh, sorry, that's only 3 dice. Hold on. It is halved because you passed. It is halved because you passed. So you know.
So half of 12?
So half of 12, but I
Yeah.
forgot a couple dice. Half of 22. So you take
couple?
11.
Couple?
You take 11 points of damage.
Okay, that's exactly how much health I have.
Okay.
I am officially burnt to a crisp.
You are
Well,
burnt.
you're down.
Well,
You
you're
are
down.
unconscious. So could you please make
Yeah.
welcome to a homebrew rule for our little game.
I said
need
it as a joke.
I need a Constitution
this.
saving throw, please. The DC is half of the damage that you took that knocked you out, so you need.
I will make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
I would like to underline that in the like uniqueness of this character, I have advantage on Constitution saving throws when I learn something significant. Now, if the fact that there are traps here is considered significant,
No,
it's
no,
up to
no.
you to decide.
So you
no,
learned that
I think-
fire ouch. That's what you learned.
Yeah, I think
was an
if you
11.
had
Plus
spent like
-1, so 10.
10, that's
You
a
gotta
that's a
look
pass.
for the traps first, maybe.
Right, then I might have learned something.
No, I think significant
I
is
learned
like
that I needed thieves' tools.
the whole theme of your character is like book smarts and stuff. So I think if you had
Yeah.
read the teachings of Rikesh, that would have
Yeah.
you would have learned something significant.
Gotcha. So it's a 10.
So a 10 is a pass. So you don't get a lingering injury, but you are unconscious. Your allies know that there was just a gout of flame. Actually, specifically,
They
it's
don't.
only Mustard and not Shore who see it because of just the positioning of this. You see it through one of the stained glass windows that are at the very top of this hall. They just suddenly light up very brightly. You hear nothing,
And you have no idea that it's me per se.
and you have no idea that it's him. Although you
I'm
know
just
that
gonna
he's
say
up.
to my-
You do know that he's up high, to be fair.
I'm gonna say to myself, idiots.
And meanwhile, Lance, you might hear like the kind of sound of a mild explosion, and possibly like Wonky's. Does Wonky have a give us a bark for Wonky's getting knocked out by fire?
Did you get that?
No, sorry, I spoke over.
Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go.
There you go, Lance. You hear a little bit of that along with the little explosion. That is Wonky's turn, I'm afraid.
Well, I
Milesh.
hate new recruits.
Yeah, exactly. Great hazing ritual.
Milesh is going to rush forward and is going to check on Annaba, who is dying, face slashed in half and jaw cracked open. But technically not 100% dead, possibly. He's going to spend his turn doing that. Lance, I'm assuming you don't even give a shit that he's approaching from behind. It is now your turn.
How far is he from me?
Like, it's 15 feet behind you.
Okay.
But he just went like on one knee and he's checking on the priestess that you just fucked up.
Oh, this isn't the priestess, though, is it?
You don't know.
Yeah, because there were a bunch of he was a priest, so I assume like they're all sort of
Okay.
religious focus what the idea is. But I honestly think Annaba is the priestess. That's
I'll
my
ask
do-
him.
guess.
I'll
Okay.
be like, listen, if you don't tell me right now, I kill you and then I kill her for good. Is this Annabelle?
So her name is Annabelle. You guys know that you're looking for a sister Bishop, though.
Oh, Bisha.
Sister
Sorry.
Bishop. Okay.
Is this Bisha?
No. Please, just leave us be. I didn't see
Where
anything. I
is
swear.
where is Bisha?
Give me an intimidation check. He is very torn at the moment.
I got 15.
15. She's not here.
Insight.
Yeah, I was gonna
Go
say.
for it. Go for it.
I 6.
Even with a 6, you smell the bullshit of a natural 2.
Oh.
Tell me where she is or else I kill you. And this bitch on the ground. She was easy. Will you probably easier?
She's downstairs, but Temperance won't let you in.
Okay, I grab him.
Okay.
Nice.
No. Please,
Can
I have
hear
a
any of
family.
this?
No, you can't hear anything. Yeah, no one currently can
Yeah,
hear this other
fully.
than Lance. Yeah.
Listen, you want to see family? You tell me what I need.
Please, no.
Bring me to her.
Okay, this way. And he's pointing at the Hall of Silence, this massive hall at the. I mean, not massive. This.
Where Mustard went.
Yeah, we're Mustard and not Shore.
Okay, lead the way. And then I have him grabbed. I'm gonna actually no, I won't do that. Never mind. I just grab him.
Okay, I mean, we are, for most intents and purposes, we are out of initiative order, with the exception of finding out if Wonky survives this. Perhaps, as you enter the Hall of Silence, what are Not Sure and Mustard's reactions to seeing the glass light up at the top of the hall?
Wait, what about so? What happened to Jezebel? Because Dido never appeared, right? What happened to Jezebel?
Jezebel,
She's still out there.
Jezebel is still out there, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, when I saw that flash of fire, like I assumed it was one of them, basically, and I just think they're stupid. But I'm definitely not going to do anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, JP, but I don't think instinctively Not Sure goes to, ooh,
Yeah,
let's
completely
check
agree.
this out.
100% totally agree.
To be fair, Not Sure also currently injured brain, so.
Oh yeah,
Is it
Not
like,
Sure,
am I able
also not smart. So
am I able to like hop up and look through the stained glass window type thing?
It's pretty high up. What kind of hops do you got?
I only have that Leporine or whatever it's called, where it gives me like I think 10 feet of a hop.
Okay.
So I don't know. If I would be able to. A rabbit hop. It gives me
I
my
mean,
proficiency.
you could try, because there are these piles of
I'll try and hop
corpses,
up and
so
take a
it's
look.
possible. Okay, give me some kind of check. It sounds to me like acrobatics, but it could be something else.
Acrobatics, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Let's see.
Oh, it's not great. 6.
You do your best bunny hop to try to see, and you don't see much. As you land, suddenly Lance is beside you with a trembling Milesh, and as you turn and see them, you also see Jezebel is coming up right behind, and perhaps that is where we can leave off the first episode of Mercs and Jerks. We will come back to in next episode to find out what happens to Wonky. Will Jezebel, die for her cause? Will Lance squeeze the necessary information out of Milesh? Will they ever find Sister Bisha?